And when I was in junior high school, my brother, who was, as I said, 5 years older than I was, he played on a team called the Carltons. And we decided to play also, because we used to have a basketball team, and they agreed that we should be called the Carlton Juniors, because we were 5 years younger, and obviously the difference in age and the size made us juniors. On my team was a fellow named Marty Glickman, who became the Olympic champion, Olympic runner, and we were on the Carlton Juniors together. And it wasn't very long before we got to play better than the other guys that my brother played with, and we separated and went to high school. And they went on to the Carltons, but they never got very far because they didn't play that well. And, I mean, they were nice guys, but they didn't play. But they had the 5 year difference, and you can imagine, when I was 12, he was already 17. So there was a big difference in size, and he was a good athlete, but he didn't realize his potential, and didn't want to practice or go to school, and I think he regretted it later in life. I tried to help him as best as I could when I got older, and got him accepted to a college, but he didn't want to go anyway. So that's what happened at that point. Then I went to Madison, and I went for the basketball team, and they told me at the time that the only way to be on a basketball team was first you play in the junior varsity, and then you get on the varsity. But I didn't believe that, so I went out for the varsity. And everybody said, you can't be on a varsity basketball team unless you play on the junior varsity. But I started playing, and the coach put me on the team, even though I was younger than the other guys. And it didn't take very long before I became a starter on the team, and I guess I eventually became the captain. And we had an unusual team because James Madison was a well-known school, and one of the thrills of my life was I played in Madison Square Garden when I was 15 years old. And I played the first high school basketball game in Madison Square Garden, which, as you could imagine, was quite a thrill. And had a nice write-up in the newspapers, and we lost the game, unfortunately. At the last second, the guy took a ball and threw it up, and it went in the basket. And unfortunately, it was my man. So I always felt a little embarrassed, and I hardly ever talked about the fact that I was there. And this is the school, if you could get that.
Let's get
I went to the 75th anniversary of the school, and we had a big party. And we had a lot of people that came to the anniversary who were gotten pretty far along in life. We had Torrey, who was a baseball player, and we had my friend Fuzzy Levain, and Ginsburg, the Supreme Court Justice, and Charles Schumer. So we did have quite a prestigious group that went to this school. But I didn't care much about it because I wasn't interested in scholastics very much. I mostly played ball. I played basketball almost every night. I was on the handball team, and as I say, I never really was a great athlete, but I was above average. And when I graduated...
How long were you in high school?
When I graduated from high school, I had played 2 years for Madison in the varsity, which was an unusual thing. And Fuzzy Levain started playing when I was finishing. And